Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm covering the last war of Season 56, and today we're against Night Guardians, and I've got another Purgatory War, which I was quite looking forward to when seeing the plan. Because the last one I did with Purgatory was pretty fun. Took a lot of interesting fights, and this war's kind of the same. It's like I just ramp differently, and Serpent's in a different place. But I do mess up a bit, and you'll see why a little bit later. While I'm struggling to get this Mangok down, I'm just going to talk through this season. The second half of the season for me has been really good. I feel like I'm kind of nearing back on form. The first half of the season was ridiculously rough. I really struggled. But yeah, got better at least. I ended the season 69-4, I think. 2 of those deaths were to poor assignments on that Serpent on 46. 1 to an Onslaught boss and 1 to that Korg on auto block. Which both were just poor gameplay, to be fair. Ignore me pushing this Mangog red. That I would say that was intentional, but it absolutely wasn't. I'm just glad the full send paid off. And now I can attack boost. Yeah. Hopefully next season I can keep on form. I'm going to practice a little bit more in the off season. Do what I can and hopefully stay on good form. Yeah, got the Mystic Soul off that Mangok fight, thankfully. I definitely needed that one for the next fight. I mistimed the dex on that special one there. Just throw the special 2 to get out the corner. I thought I parried that. I thought I blocked that as well. Apparently not. Just trying to get her to throw the special. Please throw it. Okay, she's not throwing it. And yeah, this has got really sketchy really quickly. And this is right before Thorn Serpent, so I need to be at full health for that. And obviously because I got hit a bunch, having an invul wouldn't really have done any different here. Yeah, this ain't great. 2 of 2 fights where they've gone red. And the special 2 went straight into glancing, which is not ideal. But yeah, I managed to get the Cosmic Soul at the end by finishing that with a special. And that was pretty rough. Now, you'll see by the end of this war, I was supposed to take 1 more fight, but I actually couldn't heal to full because I'd used that many potions this war. Not all of them necessarily being my fault. That one, or the potions I used there, 100% my fault. The potions here, however, I think I played this fight perfectly. Or as close to perfectly as possible. So, going into this fight, I've got pretty much the perfect ramp. I've got the Mystic Soul, I've got the Mutant Soul from the Jean Grey synergy, and I've got the Cosmic Soul. So I can regen block damage, and I can nullify his buffs when I cross a bar. And you can see in 8 hits, I've taken 30% of my health already in Thorn's damage. Now he did have the Fury buff when that was active, so that was dealing a bit more damage. I'm going to try and bait this out. Go 1, 2 hits. And special 3. This is going to give me a big power gain so that I can rotate my special 2s a lot easier. And it also hits pretty hard itself. And gonna bait special 1. I think I'll just go for medium into special 2 straight away here. Go for just an intercept, push him over a bar, bait this out. Medium, light, medium. And I'm hoping that death immunity is cancelled here, so that I can save a bit of health, but it's not. So I could have finished that fight on about half health. But instead, I finish on about 25%. Purely because I had to hit through death immunity, which is pretty painful. But all of that was Thorn's damage. Not fun. And that is 5 potions down the drain. Even though, as I say, I didn't necessarily do anything wrong there. Alright, next up. This Jabari. Doing this for the skill soul. The whole plan originally was that I'm taking the gladiator on the next fight with Purgatory. Then I remembered that he has extra buff ability accuracy, so the neutralizers wouldn't do anything. And because of that, I'm not going to be using Purgatory for it. Would she still work? Yeah, probably. Because I can probably wing Rich Get Richer. We couldn't get an Odin there. The guy with the Odins was placing a White Magneto pre-fight on the on node 38, so I mean, can we just appreciate how quickly that Jabari got nuked as well? But yeah, they were placing pre-fights on node 38, so I couldn't get enough buffs to consistently win Rich Get Richer. So in turn on that, I just decided to use Hood for this. Because he has better buff control. He can just stagger up to special 2. I'm going to go invisible. He does have his vigilance, so I'm not going to be missing. Special 2's up. I did not think that that would push me red, but here we are. I should have just gone for a single medium instead of 2, but yeah, well. Bit of extra damage in it. And Dex the special 2. Yeah, and go for another one. I think I'm just going to bait this out, yep. Not taking any risks here. This is my only Hood fight, so I'm not worried in the slightest. And one more heavy attack here should do it. Yep, 100% health. That was pretty simple. And I didn't need that for a soul either. I already had the Cosmic Soul from Cersei. Next up, this Nova. Now, this is a hit and miss fight, because with Tactic Unblockable, he takes 70% reduced damage. But Purgatory just has that much damage that it doesn't really matter. So, with the Hood synergy, I'm immune to bleed on this node. And Purgatory naturally has very high energy resistance. So I'm going to be taking reduced cold snap damage the whole time. Shouldn't really have to worry about his auto block too much because the Fury from the soul neutralizes. Or the Fury will be prevented by the soul neutralizers, is what I was trying to say. Apart from that one. But it gets nullified straight away, as soon as I cross a bar. Which is the nice part about having the Cosmic Soul already. But yeah, you can see here already, even though I've got some reduced damage whenever I'm unblockable, I'm still hitting like an absolute train. And he's still going down fairly quickly. all things considered. Now, I did try and bait the special out here. Conflictor did push him red, so I'm just going to go for a full send. Is it going to work? Absolutely it's going to work, because Purgatory is that good. And my last fight, I was meant to be taking the Onslaught boss, but you'll see what happens after this fight. I have got a rank 4 Sentinel on this polka dot power node. Now, Purgatory is naturally good for this node, even with an Incinerate immune, because of the power gain she naturally gets. Because whenever she hits the opponent, she gets, I think, 4% of a bar of power, or something like that. I can't remember the exact amount. But because, or whenever she goes into Rampage and ends with a medium attack, she can inflict an Incinerate as well. So I'll naturally be getting a lot of power gain as soon as I get into Rampage. Just gonna take it slow, bait some specials. I make a big mistake at some point soon. I think I try eating the last hit of special 1 on block. Is that here? And then I try punishing but get parried, and in turn lose a lot of health. And yeah, just gonna keep going. Got the Incinerate up so I can freely parry. And I think it's here that I make a big mistake. I just completely mistime a special 2-dex, and that does a hell of a lot of damage. And now Brute Force is up, so I have to full send throw this SP2 just before I die, and luckily the D-Gem finishes off. And as I say, I was supposed to take boss, but I didn't heal up that much, so someone else took it. And yeah, that's our season. And we did win this war. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.